Previously on New Crits on the Block.
The cultists that destroy this town, I believe they are trying to corrupt the Spirit Guardian. You will have a split second where you can put your hand inside of its chest, and then it'll turn into an organic being. And you, my sister, are the only one that can do this. You have a very brief moment to put this acorn in its heart so that it can be reborn, and we have another Spirit Guardian to maintain the balance.
So as you guys make your way to this cave, you come upon this massive bear head that looks like it's made out of stone. And you hear this loud bestial roar. Leaf, you can feel the anguish and pain behind this cry. You guys are out front of this
Cave of Wonders.
Yes, outside of the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, obviously the Cave of Wonders.
Just nullify all of my creative writing by saying I stole from Aladdin. Thanks.
Okay.
Don't do that. And then
Okay, I did it. Okay.
I mean, you're making it pretty easy.
You obviously just watched Aladdin. That's all.
Yeah, you know what? I watched Aladdin and I was like, you know what would be really cool is to play Aladdin and
copy
D&D.
all this shit.
Yeah,
a magic
no
carpet
one
comes
will
flying
notice.
out and actually decapitates all 5 of you.
If Will Smith comes
and
out of this
Victor's
cave,
over.
I'm going to be
Little
pissed.
known-
Little known fact, Aladdin actually originally was supposed to mean Aladdin, God's gift.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone that's listening to this. No one wants to learn things when they listen to this podcast.
I found that very interesting, Ben.
Yeah, they came to the wrong place if that's
Yeah.
what they're looking for here.
I feel like it's kind of a dick move on his parents, though. Like,
Okay, nope.
Okay, shutting that down.
So you guys immediately
thinking about this all week.
I really hope some really scholarly person's like, I guess I'll give this podcast a shot. And like turns it on, like here's Betty's like, oh, well, I guess I'm in now. And then we just made a fan, actually. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
And for the one scholarly...
Until he gets past like minute 2 where we all start going, fucking idiot.
Yeah,
And then he farts himself to death. I shoot this guy in the butt.
He just throws his phone out the window. Just so unnecessary.
I knew I shouldn't have bought a smartphone.
This is an appropriate reaction.
Harumph throw.
Good way to start the podcast.
All right.
Okay, so you begin walking into this.
Do we?
Oh, do you?
I choose
I'm
not.
sorry, I
I don't know.
assumed.
Do we?
That's-
Yeah,
I
don't-
guess that's not right of me. Do you walk in? What do? Do you just go and leave?
How
We
dare you
turn around.
assume our action?
I stand guard.
Yeah.
Okay,
I take
so
a nap.
You're out front of this cave. What do you do?
So there's a gigantic glowing bear mouth screaming at us.
It's not okay.
And we're just like going to walk inside of it.
Yeah, there's a slight glow inside. A red.
Oh, it's red. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes me feel much safer.
Yeah.
And what did it say to us again?
I'm
It
going to
didn't.
eat you.
It just roared.
Oh, it just roared. Okay,
Yeah,
well, I just roar back. Roar! Does that work?
Did that do anything?
No, you don't hear anything.
Oh, all right. I thought
But
maybe
now
that
a
would
whole
work.
army comes running out of it. And kills it.
Guys, run a bear army.
You do notice that there is some smoke kind of billowing out of the mouth of the cave.
That seems safe.
Yeah. You guys brought your gas mask,
Is there any loud music coming from inside of it?
Oh, dude, it's
Okay, so I'm going inside.
Going in. Okay. Yeah, we have to
I just start taking my clothes off and walking inside.
You don't have any clothes.
no, you don't hear any noise from inside.
I was doing it on the way up, so I put them on for a second just to take them off.
I guess
So-
we'll go inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, does it look like there's just a small campfire inside?
No, it's a what?
You said there's smoke coming out, and
there's smoke.
and a quiet and like a dim red light.
You have to go in to find out.
So
Obviously,
there
the
is.
fire alarms are on, guys. We got to go help.
Yeah.
All right.
So you trek into the mouth of this
Do we?
bear head.
We walk in.
Can I get some perception checks, my friends?
Yes.
Excellent start to the day. Mr. Cheney rolls a 1.
Who's Cheney?
Katon, Smite Clad.
Borel also rules a 1.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh, no. So did I.
Jesus.
But I get to roll again, so
Holy shit.
Please roll another one.
Beardrum rolled a 17.
7.
Oh, I thought that was another
Oh, I thought it was
one.
one, too. I was like,
oh,
we need to stop.
no, this is
Sorry, guys. This is going to be a
is
short
not good.
episode.
Yeah.
Cancel it today.
Episode over.
Sorry, we'll be
episode
back
over.
tomorrow.
+3, though, so I got a 10.
A 10. What did you get, Beardrum?
17.
17.
I got a 16. 11 plus 5.
So Beardrum and I just walk into each other.
Yeah, you guys are just you're covering your eyes and mouth because the smoke is too intense.
Yeah, right. I'm inhaling that shit.
Yeah.
Little bitch.
Getting lit.
Beardrum. You're kind of you and Aewyn are kind of in the front of the pack right now, walking in. The first thing you notice is your nose starts to like burn from this like hot smoke that's
much
filling
cocaine.
the cave
As
from a
opposed
little
to the
bit of
cold
cocaine.
smoke
Yeah.
that makes my nose feel better.
Yes.
Yeah, steam, vapor.
Yes.
It's not smoke.
Yeah.
Is neti pot?
Neti pot.
I could use a neti pot right now.
You notice that there's like vines kind of going in and out of the rock of this like in the cave, and you see that like each vine is like slowly burning, like each one is like smoldering, putting off like the smoke, and you look down a little bit further on the path, and you see 4 bears and like 3 wolves, all killed, like laying on the ground. You see like arrows in them, and some of their like fur is like burnt and scarred.
So we've been here.
Yeah, you've been.
I'm just like, mother! And I run up.
This is like a video game when you walk into an area and everything's open and dead, and then you're like, I think I've been here.
I thought you were gonna say they were all sitting around a campfire.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, this is adorable.
it's like that picture with all the dogs playing poker.
Yeah, it's bears and wolves.
Just bugbear version.
only they're murdered.
Yeah.
And
Only they're all dead.
With your one
game
Katon,
went
you're
sour.
like you are trying to like adjust your helmet. You're trying to like take it off because like your helmet's just like filling with smoke at this point.
That's weird.
So you go to like pull it off and wipe some sweat off of your face, and as you do so, you kind of
I don't like that.
your arm like passes across your head, and you look back up, and you are sparring with your father on the Lyrian peaks, the kind of front lines of the war between the Free States of the North and the Grand Duchy. It's been 2 years since you left your home. You've only really been in like some small skirmishes with like foot soldiers trying to gain footing on the peak, and you haven't really killed anyone. You've fought, you've matched swords, but your father's always kind of been there to like finish somebody off. How do you think Katon is like taking this? How's he been?
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
He's had a chance to acclimate to the horrors of war. I mean, he has tried to strike killing blows, and he's always that's that situation where you're like always like a little worried that you're going to, but you're trying.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, death. I've probably seen a decent amount of death and stuff. It's not too
Oh yeah. Oh.
not too shocking to me at this point. I've 2 years in a war. I think either hardens you or breaks you.
So you're with your dad sparring. He's okay. This is how you parry someone, and he goes and swings your sword down, and you're still not really used to the weight of the long sword, and you like bring it up, and it's just like he just smacks it out of your hand. He's like, "Oh, that's not how you do it. That's not good at all."
Oh, you're gonna die. So.
Yeah.
Boy,
I definitely need to be around you more.
2 years and you don't know how to block. This is not good.
And as you guys are kind of continuing training, your general kind of walks over. General Reg. Reginald is his full name. Yes.
Just to make him sound a little bit more not made up.
Well, he is a complete fiction.
Yeah.
So.
General Reginald von Kilbrand.
Reginald von Reg.
Reginald R. Reginald.
As a fourth. And he approaches you, and he goes, "So."
I stand at attention as soon as he shows up.
Oh, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's," and he also.
Oh yes, we're military. I forgot.
Almost forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. Sup?
So he walks over to your father, and they clasp hands. It's like, "So you're going to be sent on a scouting mission today. We have reports that there are scouts trying to pass through some tunnel on the bottom side of the peak. We need you and your squad, your son, and a few other fellows to go down and either seal this peak and or kill these scouts and report back." And your father's like, "Oh, all right, yes, we'll go. I'll gather the squad and we'll be on our way." And you kind of go back to your tents, and then you have you've been with these guys for a few times on like scouting missions. It consists of your father, a grizzled ranger named Belros, a beautiful mage named Reese, and a boy of a few years of age, just like probably like 1 or 2 years younger than you, named Petfree. And you begin your trek down. It only takes like a few hours to kind of start getting down this treacherous peaks as you kind of see a makeshift tent. Your father like halts your group as he points out to Belros and says, I see a makeshift camp down there. Katon and Petfree, we need you to stay here and make sure no one sneaks up behind us. We're going to go down and take a look. And he looks towards you and kind of like get confirmation that, and then you stare back at him awkwardly. So he's like, okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Didn't even give me a chance to respond. Sir, yes, sir.
And you see them like kind of walk down, the three of them, Reese, Belros, and your father, Siegfried. And it's been now a few minutes. Make a perception check. Hopefully you don't get a 1.
No, but mine as well. 3 plus whatever teenage version of me had.
We'll say you got like a +1 or +2. We'll say +2.
5.
5.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
You're a bad son.
You're such a bad son.
Bad son.
So you like you and Petfree are kind of like leaning up against some like rocks, just kind of watching
I'm
the path.
obviously staring at Reese.
Yeah, you're watching her butt sway as she walks down the.
Oh, it's a she.
Yes, Reese is a she.
Oh, it's a lady friend.
It's a lady friend.
You just said beautiful. You didn't specify.
Fair enough. So yeah, you're kind of watching this woman kind of walk down the mountain as you hear some rocks go like fall down off a near like rock that's above you two, and you look up as you see a cloaked figure leaping off of this rock with 2 daggers in hand, flying towards Petfree as she like lands on him, one of the blades like sinking into his shoulder and pinning him up against to the wall. And then just then you also hear a scream come out from where your father and the other 2 went. What do you do?
I draw my blade and I guess I strike the person closest to me. I try to take out the assassin who's stabbing Petfree.
Okay. So you run over there to try to like sprint over. You're like still like you're almost like dragging this longsword for a second as you like lift it over your head and go to swing down on her. Make a roll. Make a attack roll. Just say don't. It's just a straight roll. You're not proficient. You suck. 6. So you go up, and this cloaked figure just turns around, almost not even looking at you, and just blocks your sword and pushes it to the side of her as she turns her blade again and just goes and stabs Petfree as he's just like bleeding. You can see him like trying to fumble down to grab his weapons, but at this point all his strength is using to like push this girl off as she is just like repeatedly stabbing him over and over again.
This is graphic.
What do you do?
So at this point, I mean, like he's been stabbed like repeatedly in the chest, neck, like back kill zone.
His back chest, yes.
His back chest. So I deem that he's done, and I regroup with my father. I fall back to the other group.
Okay, yeah. So you leave Petfree to die.
Yes, word it that way. Thank you.
Oh, good talk.
I don't. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. But yeah. So you run down to regroup with your father and the rest of the squad.
I like to think of it more as a tactical retreat, but okay.
Yeah, tactically leaving someone to die. Yeah, it's okay. It's good. As you come down, you see this massive dragonborn standing pretty much over top of your father. He has these 2 massive greatswords on either hand, and you see your dad's like just barely keeping him at bay. To your left, you see Reese that has like both her hands were chopped off, and she's like on the ground with a bunch of arrows in her. And then you see Belros, who looks like he just was like his arm was just cut off. And what do you do?
Cry all the way home. Wait.
I take some of everybody else's blood, put it on my face, and lay down.
Those are just a couple options, Ben, if you want to choose one of those.
Yeah.
I guess I charge the Dragonborn. Try to save my dad.
You should slide underneath.
Roll a d20, my friend.
18.
18. Nice. So you
Save it, man.
run over to your to where your father and this dragonborn are kind of going toe to toe, and you you notice that the dragonborn hasn't really seen you yet. As you just take your longsword and just swing at his side, you get a blow on his leg as you start to see like blood going down as the dragonborn like backs away for a few seconds, and you get a good look at your father, who looks like he's been hurt. He actually has an arrow like stuffed like in his left leg right now, and he's like kind of stumbling with his shield and sword. And he looks over. He's like, "Run! There's more! Run!"
I grab him and try to run.
Okay. Make a strength check. Just pretty much just roll a d20. You're youngin.
That was a weird roll. 5.
5. You try to drag your father, but he like brushes you off and like is trying to hold his ground against his dragonborn, who is coming at him again with like both great swords in the air and about to come down on both of you.
I refuse to leave my father.
Okay. Make another check. Just roll again.
17.
17. Okay, yeah. You are able to just barely get out of the way. Let's see about your dad.
I love that sentence. Let's see about your dad.
He rolled a 1.
Faja.
So
he did.
this
You know, because it's split right down the middle, right in front of his son.
so
Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
So he has enough time to where he gets his shield up as you just watch this great sword just bash this shield in, and you hear a loud snap as your father's like shield arm just drops to his side as he's just like holding a sword out to this dragonborn. At this point, he's just laughing, and this dragonborn goes,
The father or the dragonborn's laughing?
the dragonborn is laughing. Sorry.
I'm like, that's a weird response.
Creepy dad.
Weird flex,
The
Dad.
dragonborn begins to laugh as you see him raise up his 2 great swords. I am Grax, the 7-sword master. As you see a bunch of other swords around his hip, and he.
I was like, he's only got the 2. But
Look at 2 arms
There's
though.
other ones. As he drops both of these swords and goes to starts to walk towards your father with barehanded.
I use the opportunity to attack him.
Now only the 5-sword master.
Now the 5 sword.
Yeah, my name changes a lot.
Make a roll.
4.
4. God, you
you were
suck.
like all over the place.
You go to run towards him and you trip on a small pebble.
Excellent.
And
A small pebble.
no, you like trip over yourself as like you are trying to be like brave, but you're still like just deathly frightened. So your attempt to like charge at him kind of turns into you stumbling over your father a little bit. And you just have enough to where you get in front of him as this dragonborn like picks you up by your chest and like holds you up and then just chucks you as you kind of are starting to as you like hit the ground and roll. You see this just massive dragonborn pick your dad up by his neck and then just wrangle him for a bit. And you see your dad's feet like shaking. You can see him trying to beat, like he's like swinging at him with his sword and like hitting him, but it's not doing anything.
Can't get the momentum with it.
Yeah. He's just like almost just poking him with it. And after a few seconds, your dad stops struggling and the dragonborn lets go of him and walks over towards you. And he is like standing over you, and he like grabs you by the like.
Yeah, at this point, by the way, when he walks towards me, I'm not crawling towards my father. I'm doing that like scoot away while you're like still on the ground thing.
You're crab walking away.
Kinda.
And he stands over you, and he pulls one of his swords out of his hip and throws it to you and says, "Do your worst."
I freeze.
and he just bellows laughter and looks down. He's like, "You Northerners are weak." And he goes down and like grabs the sword and just like rips it out of your hand and like wipes some miscellaneous blood that was on it.
Miscellaneous blood.
You don't know where the blood was. He just had some blood on this sword. And puts it in, like, sheathes it back and turns around and goes and picks up his 2 great swords. And from then you actually see two other people, the one that killed or assumingly killed Petfree, come down the hill, and then a archer kind of hop down. And they all kind of walk, and at this point you see this little tunnel to your left as the Dragonborn turns to you one last time and says, "You should run back home, boy. War is not meant for you," and starts down the tunnel. And after a few hours of, I'm assuming you're just kind of just dumbstruck and sitting there. What are you doing right now?
Yeah, I definitely for at least a good like 5 to 10 minutes just stared off vacantly towards my dead father.
Okay.
Until I kind of became aware that I was just sitting here alone. And then I get up and I go over and I check him.
Your father's eyes are still open. They are bloodshot, and you can see like the handprints all around his neck. And yeah, he's just motionless. No breath coming out of him. Nothing.
I don't feel much of anything. You know, when you're still in like denial about something.
Oh yeah.
So I acknowledge that he probably has something on him that is at least sedimental.
I knew it. Fucking knew it. I knew you were going to raid your dead father. I knew it.
Looting your dad.
No, I just assume that, you know, it's...
Well, he doesn't need it anymore.
He doesn't need it.
He would have
not gonna
like
use it for the
his
Dragonborn.
wedding band.
I take that so I can bring it back to my mother.
You can pawn it off.
And
aren't
if
you?
she doesn't want it, then obviously melt it. For
Yeah, so you kind of pull off his wedding band, and what do you do now? What do you you're alone with a few corpses?
I pick up the what's left of the battered shield that my father had,
Okay.
and I begin to go after the 3 people.
Okay. And as you enter this small like tunnel, you're back in this cave of wonders, apparently.
Yes.
Of sorts.
Of sorts. And you're kind of like taken back to that day. So yeah, so you guys see all these dead animals laying around the ground. And up ahead you see where the path like splits. One kind of going deeper into this cave, and another going off into like an alcove where you're feeling like this intense heat emitting from.
I run over
What do
to
you
all
guys
the
do?
animals to cry over them.
Okay,
And check if any of them are still okay.
Okay.
They're all alive and they all eat you.
Make a medicine check.
16 plus 6.
Plus 6.
Is
What's the number? Come on, you got this.
Use your fingers.
Plus 6?
Use your 20 fingers.
20.
Well, I guess you're screwed then.
Said not to make me math on the stream.
Maybe 22.
Yeah, maybe that.
Oh, you should have said the wrong one.
I know.
Like, yeah. Like, nope.
I almost said
would've-
24, but then I was
you
like,
would've got
but
me.
then I
You
look
would've
stupid.
got me.
I don't want to look stupid.
Yep, sure that.
Okay, yeah. So you get 22. So you're kind of looking over these animals. They're definitely all dead. But there is something that is odd. You see a small incision on their chests, and there seems to be like this red glow pulsating through it. What do you do?
Can I like reach in there, like open it a little bit to peek inside?
Yeah, you can
The
open it.
incision? Yeah, so I'm gonna like reach my hand like Try to peel it open a little bit.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
A sleight of hand?
Yeah, dude, you're putting your hand into a animal.
Well, it's not trying to get away.
That's what you think.
It's a lot like birthing a cow, only instead you're birthing a glowing red stone.
12.
12. So you start to like, you kind of open up the incision a little bit with your hands, and inside you just see like this ball of flame. As you like kind of go put your hand next to it, you see that it gets red hot, and then make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. 20.
Nice.
20. Okay.
Nat.
Whoa.
20.
Natty.
The shit
You
out of
hold
that
the fire
Yeah.
somehow.
I eat it. Oh.
So take half of 13. So you take 6 fire damage as this animal just explodes in a fiery explosion.
I use my shield as a
Of
shield.
blood
Very
and
fire
of
explosion.
like skin just go flying around. And as this one does, you see these other animals, their chest slowly starts to like get bigger. And hey, everyone else, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, what? Yeah.
She put her hand inside of it.
Sorry, I just wanted to see
22
what's going
total
on
for
in there.
Borel.
22.
If anyone's next to me, they get +2.
I think, well, we're all next to you.
Then I get
Yeah, I was
24.
next to you.
Dexterity saving
It's
throw.
10 feet.
I think, and you have advantage, I believe, with your danger sense.
17 for Aewyn.
17.
Sick. I got one higher.
Dope. Good job.
6.
Okay, so everyone passes. That's good. Take 12.
I didn't
Oh, you didn't. What'd you
get a
get?
6.
Oh, wow. That's not good. Okay, so you
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
you take
Did a real
24
bad
damage
job.
of fire damage.
Sick. And I believe I have to be raged to have
Have it, yes.
that's right.
So I take the
And everyone
whole
else
brunt
take
of it.
12 fire damage.
How much is that? Sorry, 24?
24.
All right, so that would be
A number. You should really have calculators. I feel like that might help you guys.
So these just explode around. Essentially, it just.
yeah, it's like a chain reaction. One exploded, and like parts of it hit one, and then it exploded, and
whoever
then
put these things here just actually got what they wanted out of them.
Yeah. So after I
They had some
dive
stupid lead.
behind a stalagmite
check on the bears.
in this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And getting singed a little bit, I'll kind of peek my head up from behind it and look over.
And
I'm just like this.
covered in bear gore. I'm just like,
Everything's blown backwards like this.
I'm like carrying the movie. I'm just like,
Eyes are bright and just covered in black soot and blood.
I am also covered in bear gore, except for a perfect triangular shaped kite shield impression on my chest from where I put my shield up.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I just thought maybe I could help or find out what happened to them. This happened to them.
What happened?
I don't know.
We didn't see any of this.
There's like these red fire things inside of them, and it exploded. I think when I touched it.
So you decided to.
So why didn't you have me look at it? Why were you looking at it?
I
Why
don't
didn't you
know.
say something?
Animals are my thing. I thought maybe I could help.
Are red glowy things your thing?
No,
Inside of animals? Yes.
I don't know. Okay, I
Are
just.
you an
thought I
animal
could-
surgeon?
No.
God, I hope not. Looking around the cave.
I'm just wiping off all the grossness off of me, like crying.
Yeah, so you just exploded some animals.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? You have 2 paths, one going deeper and one going into like an alcove that is emitting heat.
Yeah, I'll kind of be brushing everything off of me at this point. Well, so can I use? I want to see if I could track what possibly could be going into each of these separate ways.
Yeah, you can definitely look at the ground.
Okay.
You can look at the ground.
Survival, I assume.
Yeah, survival. Make a survival check.
15.
No dice towers.
Yeah. Please do not use the cords around to alter your roll.
15.
15. Yeah, so you see a bunch of footprints. They all kind of look the same, and they both go in both directions.
All right, that's what I think.
And you do see a lot of animal footprints, though they're a little bit older. They look like it looks like some of the soot from these burning plants has covered them, whereas the other ones look a little bit more fresh.
The fresh ones are going towards the heat.
Towards the heat, and well, it's just like humanoid footprints are like the fresher one, and the animal ones look like they haven't been walking around for a bit.
Yeah, no shit. I could have gathered that from the exploding corpses.
So I can tell that like Aewyn's doing some tracking, right?
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking. He's taking the ground. He's like,
yeah, I'm doing the little taste on the tongue thing.
Yeah, you're kneeling for some reason.
he grabs some scat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Not
just
as fresh as the human one over here.
Yuck.
Oh, I was supposed to be looking at the footprints. Oh, whoops! That's not how I track.
I'm a scat
I'm a
tracker.
scat tracker.
Scat track. Coming to you. Coming to cities near you.
Scat
Yeah, is there any scat noise coming out from more of the cave? Like, is one of them more clear, like bit up, like one or the other?
Yeah, there's.
Oh, you guys thought I meant like the poop scat? Gross! No, please. I would
Ew.
never.
Grow up.
We're a PG-13 podcast.
We are not.
I'm a scat man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, then.
No, I know, but now I'm imagining though, but instead of the music, now it's just the sound of someone
That's
just
my
having
secret. That's my secret backstory.
He's a scat man.
I was a scat man, all right. I'm trying to run away from my past. I'm sick of it.
Keep pulling me back in.
Yeah.
Can't help it but break it.
Yeah, when I get really upset, I
frustrated.
You get angry.
It's like I understand, Philippa. I get it.
That's why you try to keep so calm all the time.
Yes,
you
because
know?
if I don't, you won't like me when I'm
Scat all
scatting.
over the
That's my secret. I always scat.
Oh my god.
I always skip it a do
This started by me. All I wanted to do was just ask him, what can you see?
I was tracking. Yeah, so
Back to D&D.
With your elven eyes.
I'll get back up and like, it seems as though each way is trafficked just as often as the other, so nothing really.
One other note, though, you only see footprints going to. There's no footprints coming back out of either direction.
Oh, I thought you said there was both.
They're going towards both, but both footprints are leading towards there. There's no footprints coming back out that way.
Seems like a one-way path. If so, people are going in and not coming out. I don't know if that's by design or something more sinister. One way to find out, I guess. Which way do we go?
The not fire, probably.
Not fire. Oh, okay.
Well, don't
Oh,
ask
does that
me. I
surprise you?
made bad
Bearden's
choices.
Bearden's had enough fire for a lifetime.
Sure, let's have a look.
So the not fireplace, then.
Something tells me we're going to wind up in the fireplace one way or the other, but yes, by all means, lead the way.
All right, so I'll start leading the way towards the not fire.
So just
area.
continuing down this
Yes.
corridor. Okay, yeah. So you make your way down this corridor as again you're seeing like as you get deeper and deeper in this tunnel, you see that these vines are slowly becoming more and more like burnt, almost to the point to where they're like withering. You see some vines like dropping off of the ceiling of the cave, and again you come to another split in the road.
Full of dead animals.
Full of dead animals. It's almost like you walked in a circle all over again, and here you
run
are
and touch
again.
him.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Leaf and throw her as I'm running away.
So the path again arcs off into two different directions. One towards your left that looks like it goes to a pool of fire and vines, not veins.
Fire and vines?
And vines. The vines seemingly trying to like smother out the flames. Like you can see like the vines like slowly like burning and then like regrowing over it and then burning again and like trying to snuff out this like flame that's like almost underneath the vines. And there's a small like shattered bridge that looks to go off. You can't really see what is at the other end of it, but you can definitely see that it continues on that way. And to your right is another alcove, like a little.
Ben's like, it's time.
And
Someone give me a rope.
And you get like a small like whiff of sulfur coming from this other path towards your right.
Didn't we smell sulfur before?
You did not smell sulfur before.
We did somewhere else. Okay.
Someone's been eating asparagus.
Is that what sulfur smells like? Is it asparagus piss?
Yeah, that's why it smells like that. It contains sulfur.
And now
compounds.
we're a learning podcast. Look at Look at us,
No,
guys.
not again.
Aspergillic acid.
Stop it.
We're gonna start charging for education. This is a college of D&D. You learn things every day.
Only found in asparagus.
Okay, so yeah. So what are you guys doing?
So I assume we're not going over the fire bridge then, since we didn't do the last fire thing? No? All right. So I will keep continuing down the seemingly safer path.
Okay, so you go in, and this one actually, it almost like you go down for like just a few minutes, and it like you can see it like opens up into this massive grotto, and you see over in the distance, you see a few tents, like one or two, that are like pitched up, and a guard with the same plate armor as the ones you encountered at the flame camp. So I'm gonna call it flame camp.
Fire.
Cool.
Cool name, super cool name. I make the coolest names.
They call Camp Flame instead, though. Kinda
Oh,
sounds
Camp
more
Flame. Yeah, that does
summer
sound a lot
campy,
better.
right? Okay.
Yeah. You guys, the people you saw at Camp Flame. It does sound cool. They go there for summertime.
Because it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
To
Because this
escape
camp
the
is
heat.
lit. Oh, that'd be the phrase too.
Oh,
Camp Flame, where your summer will be lit.
Oh God.
I love it so
I'm
much.
trying to remember that Nickelodeon show, Camp
Onawana.
Thank you.
I know, I was thinking that too.
Salute your shorts.
yeah, but
oh,
it was
so
Camp,
the name of
Camp
the show.
Onawana was the
But
name of the
yes.
camp.
And then
Makes me want
well, we can pants this guy again.
I mean, it worked first time.
a few feet
What was the bully's
behind
name?
this
What was the bully's name?
armored man.
Camp Onawana.
Donkey limps.
Okay, first of all, donkey limps. Lips.
Lips.
Yeah,
I
not
meant
limps,
to say,
donkey
not
limps. Donkey limps.
There is a
messed up.
donkey limping.
I messed up.
Oh my God, he wasn't the bully, by the way.
Oh, well, then I don't know.
Well, this is a really cool conversation, but
I love
D&D.
that. You've never seen this, have you?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. So
You don't remember Salute Your Shorts?
I literally
young.
tuned out and was looking at the game that we're recording right now. I was looking at that.
Let's salute your shorts.
Yeah.
No, he's a couple years younger
And it's
than us.
Budnick, by the way.
Budnick,
Oh,
that's what
Budnick.
it
You
was.
guys, you guys are all
the guy you're
older than
thinking
shit.
about.
Let's just make that
The
clear.
counselor with all the stuff.
You guys are super
Okay.
old. You guys are all like 9 years older than me. Well, 6, but
The point is,
Have some respect for salute
first
your
off, I
shorts,
never
please.
respect my elders. They don't deserve it.
yeah, you,
that's why we're
you
gonna
just
ruin
killed
your
off my
story right
father.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. He's setting a precedent now. Yeah.
So a few feet behind this plate mailed man is a pool of like boiling water that you can kind of see like puffs of like gas come out of. So you see this small bridge that leads up above the pool of boiling water that like goes into a small platform where you see an old like grizzled orc, because you can see like the back of its head is like green, like a dark green, and it's just like cursing, "You stupid freaking animals," and throwing them up. And as you see him throwing like these firebolts up, you see like this light go, and then it hits something, and you see as it like this fire explodes on these massive towering sculptures, all crafted from like vines and earth, depicting a wolf, a bird, a fox, and a deer.
Oh, it's Hogwarts.
It's Hogwarts. You solve the puzzle, guys. It's There's a hat on him that's
And the
telling-
door opens.
Finally.
So yeah, he's on there, and there is a man with like a bow, kind of watching him just throw these bolts of fire out at these sculptures, just continuously cursing. What do you guys do?
I think.
Is that Hagar?
We have no idea what he looks like because we didn't ask any questions about it.
Well, we
So
probably should
far,
ask some
for
questions.
bad guys, we've got the guy on the plate.
Guy on the plate,
We've got somebody with a bow.
someone with a
watching,
bow.
And we've got the ugly ass orc throwing fireballs everywhere.
Well, first off, you don't know if he's ugly.
He's
That's
just
kind of
old.
rude to assume. That's kind of.
He might be
well,
the
I
most-
generalize
just 'cause
about all orcs.
Ageist.
Yeah, ageist and orcish-ist.
Orcish.
I think you just call it racist.
Speciesist?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't like that word.
Speciest.
Speciest. There you go.
Is the bow and arrow guy looking at the orc?
Yeah, he's like looking at the orc, and at like you see him like kind of every so often like kind of glance back towards the other guy, but he's not really paying too much attention to it. He
Okay,
just-
so I'm just gonna when he's not looking, and I'll kind of time it with the other guy, the plate mail.
okay. Yeah,
sentry on
the plate guy's
bottom.
just like tending a small fire.
I'm just gonna essentially. I assume this is a room. A giant
Yeah,
room.
it's like a grotto. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to just sling into the shadows and blend in as best as I can.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I love that there's fire everywhere, but the plate mail guy is like tending to a small fire. Like, oh, I gotta keep this
Well, there's not
going.
fire in this room. Maybe he's making food. You don't know his life. Make a
I
sneak
know
check.
I'm about to end it.
And you guys always ask why you guys get in fights. That's the mentality right there. You goddamn murder hobo.
15.
He could
I'm just slinking into the shadows. 15.
15. Let me see.
I'm not doing anything yet. I'm just trying to.
You're trying to slink into shadows. Yes. You are trying to so you're like going along the wall. Are you actually entering this grotto? Or are you like staying at the entrance of it? Because it kind of like as it like goes in, it like immediately like opens up super wide and like goes into
I'm not going in yet. I'm just kind of going to the side.
Okay. Yeah, so you're like leaning up against the wall, like slowly sliding up snake style. And you kind of like kick a small like pebble that like, and the guy goes, huh?
What?
And
what was that noise?
Like looks up for a second and like looks really hard into the shadows. Like, must have been my imagination. And then goes back to tending the fire.
Whew, okay.
And what are you guys doing?
I try to sneak. No, I don't. I don't try to sneak.
I don't know. What should we do?
I'm gonna cast Alter Self,
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
and I want to look like the archer, except I'm gonna keep my own face.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Describe the spell. Give me the spell descript.
So you assume a different form. When you cast a spell, choose one of the following options, the effects of which last for the duration of the spell. While the spell lasts, you can end one option as an action to gain the benefits of a different one. Options are aquatic adaptation, change appearance, natural weapons.
Okay. So changing appearance. And you're going into like the outfit of the archer.
Yes.
But you're not making yourself look like him. You're just the clothes, correct?
Just the clothes.
Okay, yeah. And what are you doing with that?
So I'm going to
I know.
just I'm just gonna saunter up, just kind of like cross my arms and just saunter up to this kind of near the archer and the orc. Say, well, you're doing it all wrong. Hey, everybody. It's probably your third favorite player, Brian.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What? Oh, and Joe. And
Yeah.
Joe's here too.
No, I don't like belittle yourself like that, man.
Well, I mean,
People like you.
you're probably second.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Come on.
Well, maybe
So-
a close second, maybe first.
Probably a close. We're excited to be here during this little commercial break because they never let us do these.
Yeah, we are batshit crazy, and we kind of fly, go from the hip. So.
We have no rudder. We are rudderless. We have no sail. We just kind of go where the wind takes us.
Exactly.
And
Speaking of going where the wind takes you.
what? You finish that thought.
Oh, you're supposed to. I think this is where we say the
No,
stuff.
I'm not done it over.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You.
I just wanted to point out that we have them all tied up in a corner because
Yes.
this is a hostile takeover. This is now the Brian and Joe show.
Thank God I have advantage on strength checks. Shut up.
Give him a kick. Just kick him once. Anyway, well, thank you all so much for listening. We really appreciate all the interaction on all the socials. It's been a lot of fun. And then please follow us on Twitter at New Crits and on Instagram at New Crits on the Block. And please, subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, and wherever you listen to us.
Yeah, and keep the questions coming. We love the questions. You guys are awesome, and we're doing this for you guys, not for us. That's a lie.
Well, I'm doing it for me. I mean,
Me too.
my own. Anyway, thank you guys so much.
So good at this.
Okay, well, first you have to get past the guardian.
Okay, I gotta get past the guard.
So
I love that all of us were just like, oh, there goes Borel.
It's going to be one of the enemies now, I guess.
yeah, but Borel just changed his side. He's like, yeah, you guys suck. So you start to approach this little makeshift camp as the guard like looks up as you approach. He's like, Stop! What are you doing over here, brother?
No, I'm just out on my rounds. Just keeping a lookout.
Aren't you? Rounds. We're all. What do you mean? Who sent you?
Well, I'm like the
Which elder sent you over here?
Elder Bob.
Elder. Make a persuasion check. Fuck.
There's got to be at least one Bob in there.
Oh fuck. One.
One.
Wow. Okay.
Now we're fighting.
About to pop off.
Oh boy.
Shield up.
Elder Bob died 3 years ago.
He still speaks to me.
Not to me. He hasn't.
Yeah, I'm still carrying out his last order.
You see him.
No, not Bob. I meant.
At this point, you see him stand up and like start to approach you. He's like, "What's your name?"
My name's Dan.
Okay, Dan.
I'm new.
What part of the outfit are you in?
Your outfit. I mean, look at my clothes.
This one.
Oh God.
I thought that was pretty apparent. Like, why are you asking?
You see him like loosen up a little bit with that. No, I mean, what group? There's groups of us. There's the ones with Ignis and Agni that are going down to the Spirit Guardian. There's the ones that are burning the tree, and there's us trying to gain access to the vault. So you're not with us because there's only three.
I was just assigned to the vault. Yeah. What the third one? Whatever you just said.
By who? And you see him like starting to slowly like draw his weapon at this point.
Whoa! I mean, like I said, I'm new. I just got here, and they said go to this place, and here I am. Like, I'm sorry.
Make one more persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Trying to recover.
What'd you get?
3 minus 1.
Oh no.
So better than last time.
It's a little bit better.
I love that your roles match your acting.
You hear him yell out, Elder Richtog. We got a pretender over here.
What? Wait, no, just wait. I think I found.
No,
I think I
no.
solved the puzzle. I think I solved the puzzle.
You see him pull out his sword.
No,
point it towards you and says, "You coming with me? Come over to this platform."
Okay,
now."
just one. Just hear me out, okay? I think I solved the puzzle.
I literally do not trust you one bit.
How far away are they from me?
They're probably like 20 feet away.
Okay.
Okay, just give me.
And the archer is now like looking towards him, and he's like has an arrow like knocked and ready, and the flame caster man is turned around.
I'm gonna ready a javelin. Just kind of have it in my hand.
You're getting ready to throw a javelin.
You said are they on a? There's no ledge, right? They're on. Is that or essentially?
It's like it's essentially like this bridge goes up, and there's like a small like platform, probably like 20 feet around, in like a small circle.
So
it's above the pool.
So
they're like 10 feet above the
pool of lava. How far is the
platform?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nope, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Cool.
I would for just so you know, it's probably about 50 feet.
Okay.
So it's about 30 feet away from where Borel and this guard are.
So the guard's 20 feet away, and the other two are
50.
A total of 50 feet away.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to when I see this starting to happen, I'm going to, because all the attention is on Borel now, I'm going to basically use him as a distraction at this point.
Okay.
So I'm going to, with that in mind, sneak as far to the side of that pool. Is it circular?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go as far to one of the sides towards the archer that I can. Is he on the left side or the right side?
He's on like the right side of the platform.
The right side. Okay, so I'm going to sneak over to the right side as far as I can.
Okay. Make a sneak check with advantage because you got a Borel distracting.
That's a 17 plus 8, so 25 or a 20. Okay. So 25.
You do have active lookers kind of now, so let's see.
Yeah, good luck.
6 and a 4 and a 2. Okay, yeah, they are very much paying attention to Borel.
And I'm going to hold action until a semi-loud noise is made.
Okay.
So as soon as the first loud noise is made,
It's very specific.
yeah, just a noise that would drown something out specifically.
Oh, okay.
I got a loud noise.
Well, you're not always first. What's going on? So right now, Borel.
That's my cue.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Okay.
This guy has a sword to Borel's neck as he is like starting to back up and like all right, come. You walk forward as I back up with this sword in your throat.
Seems very dangerous.
Yeah, but first, hold this for me, and then I cast Firebolt.
And as he's casting that, I'm going to cast Tidal Wave on my friends there on the platform.
So first, let's roll initiative real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
I'm on the platform.
I was gonna say like I don't think we can all have advantage on our and we all do something before they get to go.
Borel got 16.
Beardrum got 17.
Leaf got 6.
Aewyn got 11.
Katon got 6.
With you guys casting this off first, I'm gonna say that is your action for this round. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, Beardrum, since you're right there as you're casting the spell, we'll handle that first. Borel. Beardbor. Joel.
Beardrum.
First one is a 15 plus 8, so that's 23.
Nice.
That definitely hits.
Well, at least you finally got a good
And
roll.
Second one is 18 plus 8, so that is a 20.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. You failed all your charisma checks and then obliterated the person with,
Well,
with fire.
He's sticking what he's good with.
Yeah, he's like, that didn't work.
Not so good at the talkie, more about the casty.
Yeah, level 5. After level 5, it's 2 bolts. That's a 2. And that's a 9. 11 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so he's like has his sword at him, and you say to catch this, and he
Hold this.
hold this. So he puts his hand out for a second. He's like, wait,
Okay.
Wait, no.
wait, shit, you're an enemy, and then you just like throw.
You're an enemy.
Wait a second. You're a bad guy to me. You're the bad guy.
Well,
To me.
constitute the bad guy.
me.
That's what I'm
constitutes
saying.
A bad person.
That's what I mean. It's all relative. Borel's a bad guy to hit this guy.
Well,
guys are
Borel's
bad.
trying to figure out the theory of relativity. This is actually the theory of relativity. It's all relevant.
You throw 2 bolts of fire into his hands as you like singe his hands, and he goes, "Ow!"
Perfect.
And did you want to do anything else? You have a bonus action and movement.
Yes. Can I move away without having an attack of opportunity on me?
You know you cannot.
Well, son of a bitch. I am going to laugh at him. Haha, I was in disguise the whole time. Aha.
Are you popping out of your disguise as you say that, or are you?
Oh,
still in
yeah, I'm going to do
disguise?
that.
Okay, yeah, so
The guy's like, I know.
Obviously.
and then you fade away. He's like, I knew those clothes looked weird. And then it's his turn, and he's like, you think you're gonna make fun of me?
Please don't hurt me.
And then he's gonna hurt you.
He's going to attempt to hurt him.
Attempt to hurt you. He is going to swing at you with his great sword.
Great sword. Oh boy.
I thought he was an archer. Why does he have a great sword?
No,
This
no,
guy's
no,
the
it's-
knight with plate armor.
Wait, I thought he was at the bottom of the thing.
Yeah, where you are.
No.
He was the one that
archer's up
intercepted you because I wasn't going to let you walk to the
walked
platform.
up to the fighter.
I see. I thought it was at the top.
No, I wasn't going to let you walk through everybody.
Damn.
Darn it.
Missed opportunity.
Damn.
17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, and he's going to deal the damage of that swing, which is 7 slashing damage.
Owie.
He's like, yeah, well, catch this, you sucker. And he swings at you and slashes you across the chest and then goes to swing again. He does a 10. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Nice.
So he goes to swing at you again, and he like goes to swing, and he's like, "Ow, fuck my hands!" and like just misses a little bit, swings over your head, and then it is Beardrum, it's your turn.
Okay. And was I supposed to go before him?
Well, I just kind of put it
Perfect. I'm close enough to where I can reach him, right?
by like running to him,
Yeah.
movement wise. Yes.
Okay. I'm going. For fun, can we say that the fire's behind him now?
What fire? What?
The little fire he was tending.
For fun.
For fun.
funsies.
Just for fun. Nothing else, Jay.
Nothing. No
added
way do I ever
benefit.
wanna maybe put
No added
damage on
benefit
him
to
at
me.
all.
This is a tactical question. It's
This
just
is
a
not-
fun
It's
question.
just I'm just curious because I don't want to burn myself. I'm just curious where the fire is.
He is like almost to the. I wouldn't say almost to the platform. He's kind of was on his way to walk into the platform, so he's standing to the side.
So he's not next to the fire.
I mean, he's to the side. The fire's like 5 feet to his left.
Okay, that's not going to work then. I'm just going to run up after seeing my friend Borel get slashed and mocked for the slash. I'm going to run up and first, actually, I'm pissed because he was mocked with the slash. So now I'm enraged.
I love that you always try to find a reason to go into rage.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
stubbed my
bullies
toe
my
and now I'm enraged.
yeah, it's like, well, as a barbarian, I am enraged. But, really, it's because I had a bad day.
And then sometimes when he doesn't have a reason, he just pulls a little bit of he just pulls
Yeah.
on his beard.
And I'm going to run up and I'm going to hit him with my warhammer.
Oh, you think you're gonna?
That would be
Little did you know that he is a
19.
ninja. That is a hit.
Yeah.
Little did you know that, damn, you rolled pretty good.
Little did you know, damn it. Damn. So damage is 11 for the first one. 11 for the first one. And that one definitely hits. That was a 25.
Definitely.
And 8. Ah, damn it. So 12, 14 for the second hit.
14. Okay. That's a number.
And while I'm running up, I'm like, don't make fun of my friend!
So what were you hitting him with?
My warhammer.
Your warhammer. So you run over there and you hit him like in the chest as you see like some of his plate like dent in and hit his stomach, and he just like doubles over. And as he's doubling over, you like come up and like hit him in the face as you just see him like fly backwards. His face like pushed in and like the blood like making a nice like trail as he goes flying backwards and falls to the ground. Unconscious.
Is that you rage breathing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you still have 10 feet of movement if you would like to.
What are the other guys doing at this current moment?
One
They're all
dude-
looking this way, right?
Yeah, one guy has his arrow knocked and ready to release. The other one has a big ball of fire in his hand.
Despite the fact that he is probably like double my height, I'm going to stand in front of Borel and like push him behind me. Even though he's
Hold me back, bro.
exposed.
Hold me back, bro. Hold me back.
I know, man. I know.
And you do that.
Beardrum bourbon beard shield.
Yeah, so you run over and knock out this loser that was making fun of your friend, and then put yourself between the two of them, even though Borel is like a whole like 4 feet taller than you.
Yeah.
And
A whole other you taller than you.
Yep.
and then it is
I'm going to put my shield up to block the rest of him.
well, it was Borel's turn, but now we're skipping that because you did your action. Leaf, you wanted to do something too, right? Go ahead and do
Yeah,
it.
but it kind of.
You're good.
Well,
do it.
those two people are still up there.
Yeah, I know.
There's still the other two on the.
I know. It's just not what I wanted to do.
Well, we don't always get what we want.
So I'm going to peek around from Katon and seeing Beardrum try to be cool and have cool words. I'm going to be like, I hope you guys can swim. And then I'm going to cast Tidal Wave on the two and have it come crashing down on the platform.
Okay, can I get the wordage of that?
So they need it. It is a 30-foot long, 10 feet wide by 10 feet tall, big old thing of water, and they need to make a dex saving throw.
I feel like it doesn't say big old thing of water.
It does. I read that.
On
Deck save to shred the gnar.
Gotta shred that
And
nar.
this is scalding hot water,
This
if
is
I
hot,
remember
hot
correctly.
burning water.
Yeah. So what is it? What does it say? Is there damage for it?
Yes. So on
normally?
a failed save, the creature takes 4d8 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
I'll give you another 2d8.
Nice.
So
Okay.
68.
The sizzle damage.
Sizzle
damage.
damage.
68.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Let's see.
dex saves.
Sizzle this.
So this is for the archer. It is 17.
He saves. So he takes half and isn't knocked prone.
And Magemon. He made a 21. He rolled a 19.
Okay, so half damage as well.
Okay, so
68. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of numbers.
okay. God, we need to get you a calculator. We need.
I have calculators.
so
I got
we're-
5 of them.
Everyone that's
6.
listening, we're looking to hire a counter. If you could just stand over Christy and just count for
Just
her.
whisper it in my ear.
Yeah,
It's 26.
26.
26 halved. Or is that halved?
No, that's the total.
That's all of it.
So yeah,
No, I mean
so
halved.
13 total.
That was halved.
Yeah, that was halved.
You cast this spell, and as you see, like this sulfuric boiling water come flying up from the side of him, the archer just has enough time to like look to the side and like grab this caster and pull him over. Oh, that's right. There's
If they fail, they get knocked prone too.
and as you're doing this, you see like this water like comes up and goes like over them, like some of it like drooping over their shoulders, and you see like you can hear them like yelping and screaming from where you're at. And as you're doing this, you see it go over and like push, and as it pushes it, you see someone hit the rails, a third person up here. And you see someone that has like this Iron Maiden like helmet on almost, and it's like his arms are tied together by like these massive iron manacles that are balled into fists. And he takes that, he automatically fails, so he gets that 26 damage.
Way to go.
You cannot cast a spell without hurting someone.
Nobody saw him
I know,
up
I'm
there.
just saying,
Okay,
I'm just saying.
To
I
be
knew he was
fair.
there. You didn't let me
Cannot
say it.
do it.
Didn't
I
know.
smelled him. I smelled someone
As this guy
invisible.
like gets pushed, he was already prone, so he gets pushed more prone.
Now he's on his back.
So he was there the whole time. He was
Was
just
he
prone,
in-
so we didn't see him.
Yeah, he was like, because like, there's like a little like what is it?
Safety-
railing
safety
almost
rail
around
around it,
safety
yeah.
railing around it, and like he was kind of hidden behind that, and now he just got like pushed into it to the point to where like some of the railing like breaks off, and you can kind of see like his torso like dangling off.
Oh, wait, it's getting worse the more you describe
Yep.
it. At first he was
Stop
just
talking.
down. Now he's sliding off.
Yep. So he's a dangling. And then it is Aewyn's turn.
Okay, that was the loud noise I was waiting for.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm using my grappling hook to shoot into the wall
Okay.
and have a zip line up there.
Okay. Make your grapple check. We'll say 15 to hit into the stone.
Okay, what am I? Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 doesn't matter. Nat 20.
Doesn't matter.
What
Do
can't I do?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of like having one hook hit into behind you and the other one going
Yep.
out further. Okay.
And I'm doing it right at where the archer is, but like obviously below him into the stone,
okay.
but high enough to where I'm right at the like ledge level of the floor.
Okay, so almost where like you're gonna pretty much like hit it to where like swings around the ledge a little bit and it clicks onto the ledge.
Sure.
There's nothing really above it. It's kind of like suspended.
You roll a 20. He does whatever he wants to.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
No, that's how that works. But we'll
So that's what I'm doing. So essentially, I'm going over
Okay.
this pool as the water crashes down, and I want to be essentially right below the archer.
okay, yeah, you would be right below. That is an action.
Oh, it is?
It is not a free action to use.
Then I'm just gonna chill down there.
It also can potentially deal damage. So
I
if
don't
you-
want to hit him.
Okay, you don't want to hit him. Okay, yeah. So
I
you
love the idea that you're just like, zzz.
Yeah, and apparently I'm just there.
well, you zip line and get there, and like I'm assuming you like grab onto the ledge
Yeah.
and like get ready. You still have all your movement.
I don't want to move.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to get up on top of that?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay.
Here's what I will say though: if all of a sudden I see another area of attack spell that's gonna hit me, I will choose to move if necessary.
Okay.
So I will hold my movement if possible.
Yeah, you ready. You're essentially. We'll say you're like readying your movement.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
fine. Okay, and then we have to skip that. So it is the mage's turn. He is going to do some super. So cool. You guys are just gonna get blown away by how cool this is. He's gonna cast Firebolt. No, he's gonna cast Scorching Ray actually, and he is going to cast them at He's going to cast 2 at Borel and 1 at Beardrum. So that is a thing.
I block all of them.
You block him, dude. Okay, yeah. So he is going to. You see him like having like these like 3 little balls of fire like appear above his head, and he goes to launch them towards you.
And I cast Counterspell because fuck that, I'm almost dead.
And you see him like put his hands out, expecting like these really cool rays of fire to come arcing out and hitting you. And he like looks up and doesn't see anything, and like looks back at you guys and like puts his hand down. Shit. Only Aewyn can hear
Just
that.
kidding. Yeah, I hear it. I'm like, oh, something bad happened up there. I know your secret now.
And then it is Katon's turn.
Take a nap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Katon just lays down.
Has another
breather
dream
cat
about his
like of you.
past.
Yeah. And then you're back at the tunnel, and Grex kills you. And now you're like, wait.
How am I alive? Oh my god, I'm a Cylon.
And it goes the whole time.
So they're how far away?
The 2 people are 50 feet away on the platform. The pleat form.
I charge my my full movement speed, so 30 feet ahead, and they're still 20 feet away. And then I chuck a javelin at Mr. Spelly Dude.
Whoa, Mr. Spelly Dude.
Spelly belly.
Mr. Spellington.
Mr. Spellyman.
Mr. Spellington is definitely his name now. Yes,
Yes.
I definitely
Yeah.
chuck a.
Yeah.
Talk, asshoules.
Well, now it's
Nope.
Mr.
No,
Spellington.
Mr. Rick Talk
Talk
Spellington.
Rick Talk
Yeah.
Spellington.
Talk Spellington. Okay,
Obviously.
fair enough.
The third.
Oh, there's
And the
more of them.
last, probably.
And the last. He could have had kids. You don't know.
That's true.
Not in this case, because I only rolled a 5 plus 7, so that's 12.
12. That misses. You see a javelin go flying over his head and into the water, and he's like, "Ha! You suck."
I throw him another one because I can do that.
Shit.
Because I have 2 attacks. Okay, that's 13.
Woof.
13. That also misses.
Okay. This one goes slightly closer to him, but still in the water. Now I feel sad. I was gonna Misty Step next to him and stab him through the face, but I had a feeling he was gonna counterspell me, so I was just like, nah.
So, actually, I think on that turn, he's going to do, you throw one of them, and he goes flying over him, and then you throw another one, and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna hurt you now. Like, he's gonna use his reaction to to
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Jacob.
Okay, falling apart over here.
Wow.
Guys, it was a really important text, okay? It was super important. Dad said that is all. My daddy texted me. It was super important.
Daddy texted to tell us how much money we get to spend tonight for dinner.
Oh, I'm not
That's
going
what
to
he
dinner
was
then.
saying. He was like, you can have 1 app and 1 drink, everyone. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy birthday, Granier.
So make a dexterity saving throw.
Me, yes.
Yes, you. You with the face.
What's he casting, or do we not know yet?
He's casting Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay.
It's a 1-turn reaction, or 1 reaction.
12.
So you fail, and you take 2d10 damage. Let me see. There's my other d10. You take 8 fire damage. And you're like, ow.
The Hellish Rebuke was just for melee stuff.
Pah.
20 feet away?
60 feet.
Oh, that does it. 3, okay. Ow, everything is hot. Why is everything hot here?
He points his finger at you and says, on fire.
He's on fire.
Yeah, get that? How's
you
that
get
taste?
Yeah.
Like sulfur.
Wish you hit me, huh? And then it is top. Oh, no, it's the archer's turn. The archer is going to arch things.
Why are they called archers?
Because they arch arrows at people.
Yeah, they go in it.
Oh, yeah, that actually makes complete sense.
And he's going to do that to...
I feel stupid for not realizing that.
Let me see. Let me roll a dice. That's always fun.
That'd be
Borel. Okay. You're a caster of mage stuff. People do not like you.
Caster of mage stuff.
I tried to make friends.
And they don't know
to be
they don't
fair.
even know I'm there.
And
I'm
even
just hiding the
sometimes
whole
wizard
time.
stuff.
They didn't accept my friendship, so I shot them in the hands.
In AS. Okay, so he's going to make his first attack. It's not great. 6 plus 8 is a number of 14, right?
Yeah,
Meets it, beats it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so he actually did not too bad. 1d8. He does 6 damage of piercing. You get pierced so hard.
Shit.
It goes flying, and it like one of it like goes and like cuts your arm, and then he shoots again. And he's like, "Oh, I got my aim down now." And he rolls a 12 plus 8, so 20. I'm gonna say that hits. And you get no say in that matter. And he rolls an 8 plus 3, and that is 11 damage.
Okay.
How you looking, Borel?
Not good.
Okay.
Well, not the best.
And then we're back at the top of the round with beer drum.
All right. There's nobody else down
Nope.
here, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna run my ass up with my boots and stride and spring in and make me real fast. I'm gonna run up to the
Who?
to the.
They're right next to each other, so really you can just run up.
I'm just gonna run up.
Oh damn, dude! Run up on him.
Just run up on him.
What do you say when you run up on him?
This new soft-spoken bear drum. I love it.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a barbarian who yells when not enraged and then whispers when enraged.
Yeah, his rage actually calms him down. It's like a
calming state.
Yeah, that.
And
So-
I'm gonna swing at the mage man
Mage Man.
because he's a mage man. Be 14.
14 to hit the Mage Man. That doesn't.
Doesn't hit him.
No, it does.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Perfect. All right. And then I do 9 damage.
9 damage. Not too bad.
And then I'm gonna hit his ass again. My warhammer.
Do it.
I'm oh, so close. 19
19
plus
that'll-
whatever.
Yeah, that hits. That yeah. Mm-hmm.
So close. Only it's actually a really great roll, and I should just be happy I took it.
Yeah, there we go. And 14 for the second one.
14. That's a number. That's
And since I hit him really hard, I'm trying to knock him off of the platform into the boiling water.
Oh, you're just gonna add stuff to your
Yeah, and
attacks.
I found this thing back in the cave that gives me superpowers.
So no, you cannot push him off of the cliff with your attack.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, I guess I just don't understand the rules.
No,
I guess I don't even know what game we're playing. I don't
mean,
like. if
We're
I
not
can't do
playing
that-
push, shove, shove.
That's weird. I thought we were playing gut punch, but
That game never stopped.
Yeah.
Robert comes out of the boiling water. You guys playing gut push?
This is where I swung to.
I almost spit up my wine.
Just somebody say gut punch.
And he likes it all burning
all you
on
hear
his
is,
flesh. He's like, it
"Marco."
tickles. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I'm a mermaid.
I'm gonna draw him as a mermaid now. He's the final mermaid.
So funny.
Okay. Oh my god, that's so,
So
good.
yes, you hit him twice. He is looking super fucked up. You like smashed his knee in a little bit to where he's like limping now on one leg. He's like, "Oh, not my good knee, no!" And then you hit his other knee. He's like, "Oh shit, my bad knee, it's in the bone." And then it is Borel.
I'm gonna magic missile the fuck out of the ugly ass orc.
What?
Why do we keep thinking he's ugly?
Yeah, it's really.
No one's
Because I think we've had a good look at him.
Wait, so you turn around and he's fucking.
He looks like the George Clooney
Yeah, but
of
he has a.
Oh my god, yes.
But he has a shit personality. So
Yes.
You haven't even talked. You guys didn't even talk to him. You immediately started.
Beauty's not all about looks. Okay?
bombarding
Sometimes
him.
it's about character.
yeah, but he should know that we don't mean to attack him.
What?
Okay, this is all self-defense.
The beautiful, just George Clooney orc. You're shooting magic missiles at him.
Yes,
Can you?
with my wand of magic missile. So it'll be.
Are you using any charges? Or are you just
Oh yes,
using-
I'm gonna use. It's gonna equal like a level 3
Whoa.
magic missile. So 5 missiles.
Dude, do that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's great, actually.
Well, split it down the middle.
14.
14. So yeah, you launch 5 of these little magic darts.
So sorry. Isn't each one of those get +1?
Oh, sorry. Yes, so that's actually 19. Excuse me.
So you throw these magical darts at him.
Thank you,
I don't think
Ben.
it's gonna matter either way.
It like hits him 5 times in the chest as like each one pushes him a little bit back, and the last one hits him in the face as he goes flying over the edge and into the boiling water. As you hear, "No, I'm a witch."
So what does Aewyn see? What does Aewyn see hanging out underneath the?
Oh yeah, Aewyn, you just see
Puts
this
his
guy
thumb
like
up as he goes down.
and like fly. Yeah. He sees Aewyn's like you,
And I go, shh.
and then
He's like, oh, okay.
and then he just keeps. Then he melts away into
Oh,
the water.
with the thumb up?
Yeah, so he just like, puts his
Puts his thumb up and it
Yeah.
slowly sinks down into the boiling water.
And then it is Aewyn's turn.
Yes. Okay. So the archer is like right above me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna Assassin's Creed this guy.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna reach up and yank him over and throw him down.
So we're gonna solve that like a grapple check. I will give you advantage because you're like an unseen target essentially.
Yeah.
So
Because you're Assassin's Creeding him, yeah.
Yeah. I'm Assassin's Creeding him. That's a 17 and a 3. So 17.
okay, he's using Dex. Oh,
Do I add anything to my straight roll, or strength, or Dex?
you would do athletics. You add the athletics to it, and he can add acrobatics or his Dex. So he has a plus.
Acrobatics or athletics?
The grappler does athletics. The grapplee gets to decide whether he picks acrobatics or athletics.
So that's a 20.
A 20.
17 plus 3.
Okay.
Ha.
Yeah. No, that actually beats him
Yes.
because he got 20 as well. So you do grapple him.
Okay.
So describe to me what are you doing exactly?
So I'm waiting for the perfect moment. And as soon as I see Wizard Orc George Clooney fly off the side, I think, now is my moment. And I reach up, grab the back of his cloak or whatever he's wearing,
yeah. He's got a
and
cloak.
just essentially use my weight to pull him down.
Okay.
And then while still hanging on to the grappling,
grappling hook?
Yeah. And as I feel him getting over the side, I let him go.
Okay. He is going to do one thing. He is going to attempt to grab onto your foot.
Oh, okay.
He does not. He rolled a 3.
Sorry.
So he goes and he like grabs your shoe and like your shoe like starts to come off and then you just like kick him off real quick and he goes flying down. He's like, no, splash. And you just see him boil. He like tries to swim for a second and then you just see him like boiling up and then he just like gets like sucked under by the water because he can't float. He sucks.
So all I saw was like this hand just grab this guy and just yank him off the edge.
Yeah. Yeah,
you were
pretty
up
much.
there?
I was making my way.
He could see the archer. So the
Beardrum's
archer
up there.
Yeah. Beardrum saw you come out of essentially nowhere, grab him and fling him over.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take a peek over the ledge and just look down and see what happened.
Yeah, and you look down and you see Aewyn just like hanging on this grappling hook.
What are you doing down there?
What? Well, I just got the guy. Didn't you see?
We could have used your help up here.
I am
just
almost
did.
dead.
I walk up and go, I think he did help us.
I
and
did.
I help him up.
I could have handled that.
I got him out. I didn't even need to fire one shot, and he's down.
Yeah, we know you didn't fire one shot.
Didn't have to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you still just hanging?
I'm just hanging.
He's just hanging.
I'm just
I'm
hanging.
gonna hold up my whatever little dagger knife I have, right, where I just hook and just
Don't you dare! Don't you do it!
I'm sorry. What
No,
what was
don't you
that?
do it! I love this thing, please.
And then I'll just go give him a hand.
All right, I'll be pulled up and I'll reach over and like
Retract the thing,
retract it, and then put it back on my cool utility belt that I have.
While these two are being nonsensical, I go and take the guy who's dangling over the edge, who might fall into the water at any minute.
He's going.
Oh, I didn't know that guy was hanging.
Yeah, he's hanging.
Oh well,
He's a
all right, you
dangling.
got him.
All right.
So yeah, as you guys are actually on this platform now, you see a few items on there. You see like a little dais, and on it has four platforms on it. And in front of those little platforms are like these little templates. On them, one of them has a worm and worm and berries. One has a deer head and an elk head. Another one has
gotta get to my notes.
I feel like I'm sorry, it's like a Dance Dance Revolution platform.
No, it's on a dais, so it's like a little raised platform.
They're offerings.
Oh.
I picked them all up and put them on the right platforms.
And then there's one that
just
has
skip that.
leaves and buds, and that is it. Wait,
So there's just three.
There's
or four?
three. Sorry. And then there's one that has fruit and a bird on it.
And what were the animals on the big
It's
thing?
a deer, a bird, a wolf, and a fox.
Fruit, bird,
What
deer,
does the
elk,
fox eat?
worm.
Berries, 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 berries.
That whole time I was like dramatically like clawing towards him and yelling like, "No, Daddy!" and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, dude, so dramatic.
Yeah,
so
it's
dramatic.
very dramatic.
Daddy.
Yeah, I imagine that Matt's gonna put in some really dramatic music there because that's
And taking that part out of it. Like in my head, I'm working, and then I'm like, damn it.
Nope.